Hi there, Cancer, and welcome back to Star-Lord is Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of August 2022. I went ahead, shuffled cards, laid them all out in the monthly format. Let's get to your reading, Cancer. Your overall energy is that of Major Arcana, the Tower in the reverse position, indicating that the threat passes you by. If there was something looming, something you were concerned about, perhaps in July or at the end of July, happening and chaos ensuing, it looks like something will happen to change the course of that. Now, sometimes the Tower in reverse can indicate important news or shocking news that needed to come out or should have come out or could have come out has been suppressed and is not going to come out. So whatever works for you, Cancer, the Tower in reverse indicating the threat will be passing you by. If, say for example, you were about to do something and all of a sudden the problem, like say go on a road trip. I always use that example. If you're going on a road trip and you decide to go get your vehicle checked, and the mechanic says to you, it's a good thing you came in first before you went on the trip, because otherwise you could have had a bad problem. So now he's obviously fixing the problem so that you don't encounter it. That is averting a disaster. Or say for example, you happen to have an instinct about something and you decide, nope, I'm not going to go to that party, or I'm going to cancel this, or what have you, and then you find out after the fact it's a good thing you did so. So it's one of those things. Right, in week one we have the Eight of Wands in the upright, rooted down by the Eight of Pentacles upright. So the Eight of Wands is about lots of communication, going back and forth. This is about arrows of love find their mark, and this is about travel too for some of you. Perhaps you're coming into the month of August, and like I said, perhaps you were planning a trip and and you decided to take precautions, and it turns out it was a good thing you did. This could be making a lot of travel plans, communication, going back and forth, back and forth. For others of you, you just started a business. This is good news. This can indicate several clients perhaps hitting you up. They need your services. For others of you, this is arrows of love find their mark. If you just started dating someone, this is like constant communication, texts going back and forth, emails, memes, everything, phone calls, everything under the sun. So take what resonates, right? And the Eight of Pentacles here is in the upright position, rooting it down. This is about the worker bee card, being very, very serious. You put a lot of time and energy and attention into this, and you want to make sure you stay on track with it. This is just sort of like putting the blinders on and staying on focus and on point with whatever it is you've already invested in. So that's why I call it the worker bee card. It's like, nope, nobody's going to throw me off track. So for some of you, perhaps this is business, all the communication going back and forth, and then this is you trying to keep on top of the workload or those kinds of things, whatever is going on here. So interesting, in week one, you hit the ground running coming into August, Cancer, it looks like. Week two, we have Major Arcana, the Judgment in the upright, with Major Arcana, the Death card in the upright. Judgment in the upright position can point to a need to make a judgment call. Now, this could be for a few reasons. It could be because something has been resurrected, something from the past that we thought was done and dusted has come back again. Now, this can be, great news for some of you who perhaps worked at a place once upon a time. Perhaps you ended up leaving it, or for whatever reason you no longer work there and you always wanted to go back, and you just find out that they are hiring, and so you're jumping at the chance. That kind of thing can happen. Can also be where we were having a relationship with somebody once upon a time, but then something happened, life happened, got in between, and the person just, flew the coop. Or maybe you did. And this could be a resurrection of that type of thing. Could be people you once hung out with. All of a sudden, that group is back on the scene. Could be an old hobby that you used to do. And, it's back on the table for your... Remember, we have free will, so it's your choice. what you're going to do, hence the judgment call. You need to make a judgment call on something. Now, for others of you, this could represent a huge spiritual awakening where you just have an aha moment, where you see the light of something and you're just like, wow, I see things so clearly right now. It's rooted down here with Major Arcana, the Death card, Scorpio energy. Now, the Death card represents a transformation. Now, for some of you, if this is someone or something or a situation coming back from the past, you could be considering it, but it's something that would need it would need to transform. It could not just go on the way that it was or is. It would need a major transformation, a major overhaul. Either that or else it needs to come to its natural end. Something needs to come to its natural end or transform in week 2, it looks like. Cancer, and it's your call here. Sometimes, the past comes back and we say thanks but no thanks, use it as a closure situation. That could definitely be the case with the Death card being there, but it could also be a case of where, yes, I would go back and work with that for that company again, but it would have to be a little bit different. This would have to happen or that would have to happen, or I can go back and try that thing that I engaged in before, but it would have to be different. It can't just be the same because it's going to end back up in that place again. So now we have week 3 where we have the 7 of Wands in reverse, rooted down by Major Arcana, the Moon in reverse. 7 of Wands in the upright is very defensive energy. This is where we're trying to protect our heart, protect somebody else, protect our privacy, what have you. We're just kind of on the defense. But when it's reversed, this indicates we're sort of dropping that level of defense, or we're no longer willing to protect another person anymore. So it could be just because of the fact that, we're coming off of the Death card and the Judgment from week 2. It could be for some of you, perhaps you were protecting someone and you have decided to no longer protect them when it's in the reverse position. Others of you, you feel very comfortable and you feel like you can let your guard down now because perhaps whatever was looming around has not caused a stir. So you have decided to just kind of relax and let your defenses down. It's rooted here with the beautiful Moon card, Pisces energy, in the reverse position, indicating there's clarity here, there's light, there's a misunderstanding being cleared up. We can finally see things clearly when the Moon's in reverse. When it's in the upright position, we can't see things as clearly in the light of the Moon as we can in the light of the Sun, right? Sometimes a cat can look like a squirrel and vice versa. We can't really see, can't really make things out. Makes it easy for people to deceive us or for us to deceive ourselves when that type of energy is going on, and indicate misunderstandings and those kinds of things, and deliberate deception. But when it is reversed like this is where the clarity is there now. There's no longer deception. If there was a misunderstanding, perhaps with something or someone from the past, it could be the misunderstandings now cleared up. Again, why we don't need the defenses anymore, because we see things clearly and the situation has been brought under control. Last week we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, rooted down by King of Swords in the upright. So the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position can indicate, again, a return from someone or a group of people who we have abandoned or have abandoned us. We could be seeing them return. Now it all makes sense with the Tower in reverse for this reading, because it looks like something is definitely going on for you, Cancer, this month. There could be potential connections to the past or past people, and there could be a concern that things are going to go south, but remember, the overall energy is the threat passes you by. So even if there is a return, or you're in a situation, perhaps at a family dinner or whatever, an event, and you're concerned that things are going to go south, but it looks like it turns out okay, all's well that ends well. 5 Pentacles in reverse can indicate there is a return of someone. For others of you, it could be about finances, because the 5 of Pentacles in the upright can sometimes be where we're a little bit concerned that we don't have enough financial backing for whatever it is we want to do, whether it be to go on a vacation, to purchase a home, to go to school, what have you. But when the card is reversed, this is where we find a way to consolidate our finances and bring things back into balance. It's rooted down here with the King of Swords in the upright position. It's a court card, could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So it could be, for some of you, the King of Swords is somebody you are dealing with. This could be someone close to you, could be your husband, your wife, your BFF, your family member, somebody just sort of speaking up and speaking their mind about something. Could be about finances, or it could be about the return of said people or person. The King of Swords is just sort of shooting from the hip and just telling you like it is. Sometimes we can embody the energies of these cards, so perhaps you are being like the King of Swords and just speaking up and telling people, giving them a piece of your mind. Sometimes the King of Swords can represent a surgeon, a military person, people who represent the law, such as lawyers, police officers, judges, arbitrators, that kind of thing. Can be a surgeon. Perhaps some of you are talking with a surgeon in the last week, or it could be speaking with someone in the military or police or what have you. So it looks like there's something specific going on. Maybe this reading is for a specific group of Cancers. Please do leave a comment in the comment section below if this resonated for you, and do tell us how. So looks like an interesting month. Something is going down, but it's not going to be as bad as you think. I think, Cancer, you think it's going to be like a terrible experience because of what you're being faced with here, but by the same token, it's not. It turns out okay. So as always, in closing, I include 2 cards, one for love and romance and the second for career and finance. So love and romance is the first one. What do we have here? Aquarius, number 35, awakening. So we do see potential Aquarius here with the King of Swords. It could be that something awakening, and remember I mentioned a spiritual awakening here with the Judgment card. Yeah, could be you have an awakening about a spiritual awakening about an Aquarius, or it could be when the moon's in Aquarius, or it could be the Aquarius is the love interest, or that something really romantic or really intriguing happens when the moon's in Aquarius this month. So also, in closing, I'm pulling the second card, which is career and finance. We have Moon in Pisces, number 24, Wonder. So, could be when the moon is in Pisces, something significant happens with your financial situation, or it could be with a work or career situation. Could be a Pisces is somehow involved with your finances or career. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you very much for joining me. I really hope you have a wonderful month of August, and I hope the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.